Hello everybody, welcome back to another edition of the EcoStruxure Machine Expert HVAC. I'm your host, Leandro Mada, and in this video what we're going to see is how we can create functions inside the software. So let's go to the software. So far we have seen different features that we have inside the software, how to use different variables, how to create the programs, how to create the status variables, the EEPROM variables, how to use the task. Now is the moment to know how we can improve our code. So one way to improve the code is using functions. So let's create a program. So it's going to be called, I believe it's 11 functions. Create. I'm going to use this one and create the software. So what we need to do is to go to programming side and using the version 1.7.0, which is the latest one that was released on the end of the 2024. So we have a few things new, but I'm going to cover that in the different videos. So once we are in the programming side, in the project, right click, add, and you have program folder that we have already covered that. We have function block and function. What we're going to do now is to use the function. Function block we're going to cover later. So basically function, we have these 4 languages. So I'm going to start with FPD, okay? And I usually, when I use functions, I use FC, something, okay? And then by default, if we create an output, which is going to be the result, with the name of the variable that you have. So imagine that you have you want to add some kind of mathematical equation or some kind of condition, or you want to do something that receive a few things on the input and it just get one value, then you need to use functions. So in this case, for example, I'm going to use an integer. This function is going to give me an integer. It's going to be the combination of 3 inputs. Okay, so I'm going to use 3 inputs. Bar 1, it's going to be integer. And then I'm going to copy this, bar 2, integer, and then bar 3, integer. Okay, so in this case, what we need to do, drag and drop this. I'm going to drag and drop bar 1 here. Now, if you're using version 1.7, this is something new, because in the past, as soon as we drop something, we had the possibility to indicate if it's input and output. That doesn't work like that anymore. Maybe there is an option, but I don't see it. So here we just need to switch direction and switch the direction of the variable, okay, just in case. So now what I'm going to do is to make this arithmetic. So it's going to be add, and then I'm going to make subtract this one. So this, oops. Now make the space, and then the result is going to be here. This one, okay. It just changed because I added inside over the output, okay. Just put it in the other direction. So that's it. Now if we go to our program, subroutine control, we assign this to task. The function block needs to be added into the FC that we're going to use. And down here, I forgot to select here as an input. Okay, otherwise it will not do anything. Now that it's selected as an input, we can drag and drop it, and we can see the variables. Okay, and this is going to be the result. So I can create 3 variables, var1, int. Let me just go into this mode to make it faster. var4. This is just to show you how the FC works. One of the things is that this function has like a one only output. If you want it to be better, you can probably use input and output as an input on the side, input and output. But if I need further information to retrieve from the block, I usually use function blocks rather than functions. And now if we just simulate this, we should be able to simulating, yes. It's gonna be 5 plus 2, 7 minus 6, 1, and you get the result. And the output, that's something important, is that the name that you assign here is the one that the variable that you need to use in the code in order to make it work. One of the things that I don't probably use this is that if you need to debug this, as this one doesn't have an instance, the instance is the thing that you have here, then the information inside is not reliable, okay, because it's not able to check that out. And then you can reuse this if you want in another site. Okay, the idea is you have something similar, you can reuse it after, and you can add different variables here and it will do the trick. So I'm going to use a constant. Oops. Oh. Constant variable 3. Let's go in the other thing, 1. And then I'm going to create var5, var6. It will call this function every time, but it doesn't retain any information inside. Okay, that's why it doesn't have an instance. 6 to get the result. So this is how you can create functions inside the EcoStruxure Machine Expert HVAC. Okay, just add functions and then you just need to name it and define which is the code that you want. So it's very straightforward how to create, and the important thing is which are the things that you want inside. You need to remember that you want to have just one output and you can have multiple inputs, okay, to make the code. So this is it for the creation of functions inside the EcoStruxure Machine Expert HVAC. Then we're going to see the functions blocks. So thank you very much for watching this video, and I see you in the next one.